So in today's video, I'm gonna be using every single marker in this room. I know Super Ray Dizzle has already done that, but I was planning on doing it. She just kind of beat me to it, but it's okay. It's okay. So the first thing I did was go to Michael's to get some art supply, to get some paper because I needed something big and I can hold up a lot of ink. I am looking for some paper. Looking at this watercolor here. Should be thick enough, or maybe mixed media. But $32. That is a lot of money. Guys, look at this. This is what I got from Michael's. So that happened. So now that we have our paper, it is time to get sketching. And here are my thumbnails that I was going with. Well, the ones I kind of like. I like the girl in the middle. I wanted her hair to be really long and flowy with some goldfish around her. At the beginning of the sketching portion, I was like sitting down at a weird angle. And since this paper is like huge and I had to draw really big, I ended up messing up the proportions. And her head looks kind of bigger than her body. Maybe even the same width, which is, you know, not correct. I did stand up while I was like halfway, like almost done with the sketching portion, and I saw it was like slightly bigger, but it's not that bad, I guess. Deep breaths. Time to color. All right, so this is what I'm gonna start off with, this whole thing here. Oh my goodness, look at this. Oh my goodness, when I was coloring this, I did not pace myself at all. I literally had one marker in my hand for like freaking minute, and when you're doing a challenge like this, you just need to hold it in your hand for like 3 seconds. Just dab and move along. I literally underestimated how much markers I had, and I almost finished this whole drawing, not the whole thing, but like half of it using just these markers when I have so much more in line. And I was just like taking my time coloring. This took me way longer than I expected. I started around like 3:30, I think, when I started sketching, and by the time I was done, it was like 9 o'clock. So you guys enjoy this video. It took me so long. Right now the hair looks so messed up, but by the end of it, the hair is like one of my favorite parts of this entire drawing. The hair and the lips, those are my favorite parts. So, but right now, look how crazy that looks. That looks so messed up. So when it came down to the coloring portion, I'm really glad I had those goldfish in there. Is it goldfishes or just goldfish? What? English? I can't. Anyways, when it came down to the coloring, I wanted the background colors to be cooler colors, like the blue, green, grays, because I didn't know where else to put the grays, so I ended up putting it in the background and covering them up with like blues. And also I just wanted the warm colors to be on the character herself, so she like pops out from the background. And so those little goldfishes were just for me to add random colors in there, like the yellow, I guess. I didn't know where else to put on her. That light green color for the goldfish, pink pink goldfish. So yeah, that's why those goldfishes play like a really important role. And also the last time I tried to draw a goldfish, I kind of failed at it, and so I just wanted to prove to myself that I could draw a goldfish. Here we are. It looks like a goldfish. It's not as cute as the reference, but I think if I would have tried even harder, it would have looked cute. These are so cute. They're just not as cute as the reference. Alright, we're all done with these markers. Let's move on to the Copics. Oh my god, you guys. I don't even know how much markers I use in here, but I'm guessing it's maybe 500 markers. There's a lot. Way too much. One person does not need this amount of markers, but I wouldn't have these markers if I wasn't doing reviews or like videos about them. So I don't want anybody to think that they need all of these markers. Like I wouldn't have them if companies weren't sending them to me, or like if I wasn't doing review videos on them for you guys. So like don't feel like you need all of these markers. You really don't. that one. And now we move on to the Art and Fly markers. These are pretty good markers. They're brush markers as well. By this point, I was like freaking out. This was like my freaking out point. I was like, oh my god, I have so much more markers to use and I'm almost done with this. The main parts that were like unfinished were like the background, some parts of her hair, and then the fish, like the remaining goldfishes. And I definitely started pacing myself when I was doing this. Like in no time, I was just like dab, 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 and I was like done with these markers. And then I moved on to the next one, which is how it's supposed to be. Should have done that from the start, but at least now you know, just in case you want to do this challenge too. Pace yourself. And the next markers are these water-based markers. They have this dry brush effect that I really was not a big fan of because it was like leaving all kinds of texture in there that wasn't supposed to be there. So I didn't really use these that much. I used every single one of them, but I was just like little dabs here and there, but I tried. Alright, the last of my big markers, and I literally just like did a little swasheroo down there. That works. And now we move on to my Sharpies, my Prisma markers, and more of my Copic. I think this is where I have all of my Copic sketch markers. These are pretty much the markers that I use a lot, like really often. They're just like right next to my table when I need to color something. It just has my current favorite colors at this moment. And just look how fast my hands are going. I know I sped this up, but like my hands, I was going really quick with this one because I didn't know where else to put these markers. I was just trying to find little areas to make them stand out or like hide somewhere, just anywhere, just somewhere on the paper. And now we move on to the Arteza markers. Oh my god, you guys, I have reviews for all of these markers that I'm showing right now, like in this video. So if you guys want to check them out, I'll try and leave links in the description to where you guys can find those videos and learn more about these markers if you're interested. These Arteza markers are really good. I finished off this skin with these markers and some parts of the hair and the backgrounds as well, just because they have a lot of blue colors in the set. That came in somewhat handy just so I can like smooth the colors that were already in the background, because right now it kind of looks patchy, but the Arteza did pretty good, making it nice and smooth. All done with the Arteza, and now we move on to the Crayola markers. I still have those. And now for the last markers, and that is the Posca marker, Posca pens, but these came in really handy. It just made my drawing pop out so much, and I was just like really happy about that. I ended up outlining the goldfishes, and I thought about outlining her, but I was like, it was like a big risk. I tried to like do little white highlights on the hair and stuff, and it was just so bright. It was just like standing out way too much. And so I thought if I like outlined her, she would just be like just too much. And so I just outlined the fishes just because I wanted them to pop. Because if she wasn't going to pop, somebody else was going to take her place, and the goldfishes did. After going through all of my markers, this is how everything looks. Look at the floor. Look at the markers. I'm so glad I had a little trash can to have all of these in there. Could you just imagine that on the floor? Oh my goodness. But yeah, this is the mess. This is the sexy mess. And now here is the final piece. What do you guys think? Is her head too big for her body, or is it just like not that bad? I think her neck is also pretty long, but we will ignore all of that and just act like it's not there. That is pretty much it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you all liked this. Oh, I also did a 2-minute art challenge, and that's where I drew like a whole bunch of YouTubers in just 2 minutes. So if you guys want to see that challenge video, I'll have it somewhere up here or in the description so you guys can check that out. But thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye guys, thanks for watching.